Today on the channel from Grapplers and Gimmicks, we got Bobby Horn, we got Nelson Frazier Jr., we got two men on a mission.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another retro wrestling figure unboxing and review. And today on the channel, some may say we're on a mission. With men on a mission, Bobby Horn, aka Mo, Nelson Frazier Jr., aka Mabel, and definitely part of the orange card series that never was. And we're actually starting to get this orange card series many years later through many different toy manufacturers. We're piecing it together, and we got a ton of comparisons to do at the end of this video, so stay tuned to that. And then, of course, Grapplers and Gimmicks, we've unboxed Ahmed Johnson, we've unboxed The Godfather. They do have Oscar coming in the future, so that will complete the Men on a Mission. You can wrap them to the ring if you want to, but definitely an interesting idea here. And at first glance, two good-looking figures. They both look very good on card. I know they've had some issues with them falling off cards. Mine are fairly secure on here. I don't have any issues, as you can see. Nobody's fallen off the card on mine, at least, so your mileage may vary there. But let's start it off, and I guess we'll start with the appetizer. We're going to start with Mo, and then we're going to work our way to Mabel. That's what we're going to do, and of course, we're going to do this like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So first off, we got old Bobby Horn, aka Mo, and everybody's like, who's Bobby Horn? But it is Mo, of course, at the end of the day. Looking good, very Hasbro style packaging, as we do know. You got the Grapplers and Gimmicks, you got the classic kind of here's the demonstration of my finisher move. And Mo here has the Motown Basher. How about that? Real vintage style figures. Kinda. They don't have the movements of the old Hasbro ones, but definitely very similar. Definitely in the same vein, of course. Looking good there. On the back, looking interesting. We got a cross sell, we got a blur, we got a lot going on in the back of the package. We got the old black and white look going on. Let's see what's going on back here. We are promoting tag team sets. Of course, we got Nelson over here. We got Bobby Horn. We got Mark Canterbury and Dennis Knight. Of course, the Godwins right there. Definitely here for that, so that definitely looks interesting. HastelToys.com, GrapplersGimmicks.com. Says the Grapplers and Gimmicks design team is dedicated to producing figures in the spirit of the ones we all know and love. We hope our mindful efforts make you feel as if the original line never ended. For the fans, by the fans. Then we got some artwork going on. Looking good right here. Definitely looking interesting. Eyebrows have striped detail, wrestling boots, knee pads, elbow pads, wrist tape. We got all kinds of stuff back here. Very similar to the Ron Rudat drawings from the Hasbro days or the Zombie Sailor days, I guess, currently. All rights reserved, 2023. So there it is, looking good. But let's pull them off the card. I almost would love to be a double up member on these kind of figures. I would love to have the retro lines, all these other ones, as a double up club member. See you later. See you later. Off the screen. Watch out. Dangerous moves here. Dangerous moves here today. But I'd love to be a double up club member on these, but it's just nobody's got the room. I don't got the room. I'm a double up member of the Mattel collection as far as retros go. That's probably where it's going to have to stay. So it is what it is. You never know in the future, though. But now we got old Mo out of the package, and feels good. Has a really good weight to it. First impressions on the weight, it almost reminds me of the Cella/Epic Toy figures. Those have a little bit more of a weight to them. And comparing this to the Godfather and Ahmed Johnson, I got Godfather right here. I don't know where I put Ahmed Johnson. He's hiding somewhere. I'll have to find him. But definitely a little bit more weight. Obviously a bigger guy than the Godfather. But something about this feels just a little bit different. Dare I say the quality feels a little bit better on this one than the Godfather. And honestly, between all the ones we've got so far, Godfather, first attempt, it was a nice first try. I think this is the worst of the bunch of the figures, and that's one thing we say on the channel about every single video. Well, I don't know about that, but constant learning, constant improvement. I guarantee old Hastel Toy over there, he's sitting there saying, I like this, but it could be improved here. And that's the way you got to be. Constant learning, constant improvement. How can I get better every single day? And there's definitely some betters in just the feel between these two, at least for me, from where I sit. And you guys know where I sit, right here at this table. There you go. But definitely feels a little bit more quality. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, is quality on this one here. Definitely feeling pretty good. Of course, it doesn't have the action features. I don't necessarily need those in my older age, of course. I didn't really need them when I was a kid either. I rarely use those things. I try to keep my things as nice as possible, even when I was a little kid, so I didn't need them, but it is one thing that's missing, and I know some people say, unless they have the retro moves of a Hasbro, I'm out on these, and to me, I think you're missing out on some good stuff, especially some key characters maybe we missed out on back in the day, but to each their own, as we do say as well. But old Bobby Horn looking interesting, and I'll never say I'm a huge Mo and Mabel fan. I was never a big Money on a Mission guy, there's no doubt about it. But definitely looking good in his suspenders. Definitely interesting. It looks like he's ready to be like a cheerleader for the Lakers or something like that. He's kind of got Lakers gear going on. I know he's got a yellow. This should be more of a gold color, I believe that is the case. So color might not be totally there. Definitely got the mohawk going on with the blonde and black there. Got the big goatee. Very crazy eyebrows with the little patterns in there. Definitely a guy that's wanting to show off. He's wanting to be seen. There's no doubt about it. You're not going to miss a guy like this, that's for sure. 2 Fists of Fury. You know I'm here for Fists of Fury. Got 2 Fists of Fury on Mo here. He's got the elbow pads. You got the wrist tape going on. You got the knee pads down here in purple. The purple boots as well. A lot going on as far as color-wise for him, but definitely looking like he's straight out of Lakers. Big Lakers fan, old Mo here. But of course, head goes back forth, side to side. Very tight joints on these, which is very nice. Arms do go all the way around. You get a waist articulation, and that is it. No leg articulation, nothing like that. No spot on the bottom for a stand of any kind, so you're not going to have a stand, but he should stand fairly well on his own, as he does, as I would imagine he would. But definitely looking good here. I got no real issues with this one. For what it is, this is pretty good. And I really do think out of all the ones that are trying to do the retro style figures, take Mattel out of it because obviously they're the biggest company. They're a bigger company than all these other players combined and then some. So they're taken out of it. They're more on their own island, I guess. On the big boy island is where they are. But the littler islands out there going around, I really do think these ones feel very Hasbro-esque. They don't have the movements, things like that. But they are very close. They don't have that Hasbro shine. If they could get that shine somehow on here, just to be a little bit more shiny, man, oh man, you'd be really cooking with gas. There's no doubt about it. But for what Mo is and for what I expect a Mo figure to be in a retro line, I am here for this. This looks good right here. We're going to stick him next to Godfather for right now. Because now we're turning our attention over to the main event. That would be Mabel, of course, from Men on a Mission, the breakout star, old Mabel. And one of my old buddies, he wrestled against Mabel back in the day. I believe it was in like South Dakota on an indie show. And he said he couldn't have been a nicer guy. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. So there you go. How about that? But Mabel looking big. He is a big figure. Can't wait to compare him later on in this video to some other big figures. But always love a big figure, especially in the Hasbro style. I remember when I got that original Yokozuna, it was a game changer. Maybe Mabel will be a game changer for me as well. We'll see. Nelson Frazier Jr. looking good there. Got the big artwork looking nice. Of course, got the Hasbro kind of gimmick going on here with the hip-hop clobber. How about that one? Ages 18 and up. Grapplers and Gimmicks, as we do know. And then on the back, we get a little extra artwork back there, the cross-sell, some other things that we read on Bobby Horns that we won't read again, but let's see if there's anything new over here. It does say, in memory of Nelson Frazier Jr., of course, he did pass away, so we get a little artwork going on there. And then besides that, just kind of the same old song and dance we saw on the back of old Bobby Horn, made in 2023, same cross-sell, all that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Let's get old Nelson Frazier out of the package, and he is a big boy. See you later. See you later. Goodbye. And old Nelson's right here. He is a big monster. There is no doubt about it. Big, big, beefy boy here. Definitely does look like old Nelson Frazier. He's got a little gold teeth action going on, too. His front teeth are in gold. Got the yellow eyebrows, got the yellow mohawk looking really nice. Then once again, he looks like a hype man for the Lakers. Got the Lakers colors going on. Would have liked a little gold color, as we do know. I do got a little brown or a little black, I guess. I don't know if it's going to scrub off. Almost looks kind of like dirt on there, but To each their own on that one as well, but definitely does match Mo, so they match, of course, as they should. They were a tag team, definitely look like they belong together. Can't wait to get Oscar here to put him kind of in the middle of the two, and man, this would be a big day in my Hasbro days. If I was going back to my playing days, man, you enter into Men on a Mission, you got LOD, you got your Demolition, you got your Rockers, you got your Bushwhackers. I'd probably have them squash the Bushwhackers and be like, all right, this new tag team's coming into Kyle's Fig Fed, and they're taking on the Bushwhackers. We know the Bushwhackers are a tough duo, and they'd come in and squash the Bushwhackers, make a name for themselves right away. Then they'd probably call out the LOD, Oscar get on the stick. He'd be like, all right, LOD, we're coming for you in those tag titles. Then they'd probably squash the Rockers, and then they'd have a big pay-per-view blow-off with the LOD. They'd squash the LOD, probably with some tricks from Oscar on the outside, and then the Mo and Mabel would take the tag team titles, and then it would be off to the races. We'd have a hot feud back and forth with the LOD. Oh, man, it just writes itself. It would just be quite the night on a Friday night for Kyle if he was a little kid playing again. He'd pick these two up, and oh, boy. But very, very fun over here with old Mabel. Of course, articulation, very similar. Arms going to go all the way around, head back and forth. Waist articulation, very tight waist articulation, and then nothing at the legs. No peg hole in the bottom either on him. Same color scheme as I did say with Mo, Bobby Horn. But definitely good, definitely a brick. If you threw this at somebody, you're going to knock some teeth out or something like that. There's no doubt about it. He is a big, big boy. But definitely very cool. I'm here for a little Men on a Mission. I love to get tag teams. I love big figures. I love everything about this. This is a good take on Men on a Mission. Can't really ask for a whole lot more out of this. I guess one thing people could say is, of course, the action features, which is not a big deal for me. Maybe a little of that Hasbro shine would definitely work out, that is for sure. But all in all, for what we're getting, for what this is, I think it's a good job. I'm here for this. I'm excited for some of the stuff in the future as well. Oscar, hopefully around the corner, and we can complete this. Give me the Godwins. We'll have that going on as well. A lot of cool stuff in the retro game from a lot of retro companies right now. But comparisons with some of these. Yokozuna is the first thing I thought of with old Mabel here. Definitely similar to Yokozuna. Definitely similar size and stance. I would say Mabel's just a hair heavier than Yokozuna, just off to the field test, the weight test right here. Maybe I can juggle. Should I do some of that? I'm a master juggler right there. But there he is right next to Yokozuna. That would be quite the showdown, too. I could see this happening in one of my Royal Rumbles when I was a little kid. All of a sudden, these two are the only two left in the ring, and oh boy, calamity. Calamity is what it would be. But definitely looking right good against Yokozuna. I did get another big figure here from the old Chella Toys days. We got old Giant Haystacks, another giant here, a big dude, a tall dude. You can see how he kind of compares there against Mabel and Yokozuna. A big one of the biggest retro figures we've had, going all the way back to the Hasbro days. You can kind of see how that compares there with a little Epic Toys classification. And then talked about it. We talked about the orange card series that never was. And of course, we're still waiting for Bastion Booger. We know Zombie Sailor's got Bastion Booger coming any day now, he says. He's been saying that for a while, though. But any day. But we got a little Lex Luger going on. Of course, we do got Zombie Sailor Jeff Jarrett. We got the Mattel. We got a little of that old Diesel there looking good. And then we got old Doink the Clown Part 2, I guess we'll call that one. But definitely building out the orange card series many, many years later. Pretty fun to do. Even if it's from different toy lines, I think it is a really cool thing here. And definitely a magical time if you're a retro figure collector. I know a lot of people are pretty down on the wait times, myself included. It's getting really old when we have to wait a year and a half. And that's one thing I didn't mention here with the Grapplers and Gimmicks. They've really sped up some stuff. They've almost done the impossible, it seems, in some ways, is a lot of these figures come pretty quick. So that is a big shout out there. They got to get credit where credit is due. They're turning and burning these in a quick time frame. You can't ask for much more than that as a consumer. So that is pretty good, knowing this is a small company at the end of the day. So not bad. Men on a Mission, man. I'm here for this. I'm going to sign up for that mission. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, okay, guys, I'm here for the mission. So Men on a Mission, get my seal of approval. So there you go. A little Men on a Mission unboxing. What are your guys' thoughts, though? You picking up Men on a Mission? Are you on a mission? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day and then some. And we got even more content for you on Patreon, including early access to this YouTube channel, plus the second YouTube channel we got going on as well. So a lot of content out there, and Patreon, you can get all that earlier and support the channel. You can also support the channel over there at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram and on Threads. So for Men on a Mission, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.